How do I prevent silent asynchronous errors in JavaScript? Imagine working on a project where some errors hide in the shadows, never showing up in your console. That's what silent asynchronous errors are. They happen when your code fails, but you never see the failure. This can cause bugs that are tricky to find and fix. So, how do you make sure errors don't slip past unnoticed? Let's break it down. First, understand that asynchronous operations like fetch requests, timers, or promises can fail at any moment. If you don't handle these failures properly, the errors won't appear in your logs. Instead, they silently break your code, making bugs hard to trace. The key is to always handle errors in every asynchronous operation. For promises, always attach a catch method. For example, if you fetch data from an API, add a catch at the end. Like this, fetch api.example.com/data, then response is equal to response, JSON, then data is equal to console, log data, catch error is equal to console, error. This way, if anything goes wrong, you catch it and can respond accordingly. If you prefer async and await syntax, wrap your code inside a try and catch block. For example, create an async function, then inside it, try to fetch data and catch any errors. Like this, async function fetch data, try const response is equal to await fetch api.example.com/data, const data is equal to await response JSON, console log data, catch error, console error. This pattern ensures errors are caught and logged. Another common mistake is forgetting to handle errors inside callbacks, such as those used with set timeout or event listeners. Errors thrown inside these callbacks can't be caught by surrounding try and catch blocks because they run on different parts of the event loop. To catch these, use global error handlers. In browsers, add an event listener for unhandled rejection. Window, add event listener unhandled rejection. Event is equal to console error unhandled rejection. Event treason. In Node.js, set up a process event, process, on unhandled rejection. Reason promise is equal to console error unhandled rejection at promise reason. These handlers catch errors that slip through and help you see what went wrong. When working with loops and asynchronous code, avoid using await inside for each. It doesn't wait for each promise to finish, which can cause errors to go unnoticed. Instead, use a for of loop with await or use promise all with map. For example, for sequential execution, for const id of users, try const user is equal to await fetch user ID, console log user, catch error, console error. Fetching user, error. For parallel execution, use await promise, all users, map async id is equal to try const user is equal to await fetch user ID, console log user, catch error, console error fetching user, error. This way, errors are caught and handled properly. You can also use promise all settled when you want to handle both successful and failed promises together. It returns an array of results, each indicating if the promise was fulfilled or rejected. This helps you process all results, regardless of success or failure. In short, always handle errors explicitly in your asynchronous code. Use catch methods, try and catch blocks, and global error handlers. Avoid common pitfalls like neglecting to catch errors in callbacks or using await inside for each. Use the right looping patterns for asynchronous operations. And consider promise all settled when managing multiple promises. Following these practices makes your code more reliable and easier to maintain, preventing those sneaky silent errors from causing chaos.